In July of 2024, Jontay Porter, a power forward for the Raptors, was officially banned by the NBA for violating gambling policies. Everything came to light when fantasy sports betting company DraftKings and one other unnamed sportsbook saw huge bets being placed on Porter. How huge, you ask? Well, to give you some context, Jontay's proposition bets were the biggest money winners for bettors among any NBA player props from games. However, this isn't unusual, especially when the player's a rookie. So how did he get caught? This is the unbelievable story of an NBA betting scandal unlike any other. To understand this story better, we need to go back to 2018, when the Supreme Court lifted the ban on sports betting. It's not news that many athletes have broken league rules on betting and gambling. So when the NBA issued its first gambling ban in 70 years, kicking out Jontay Porter for illegal sports betting, one had to only assume that things had gotten way out of control. In fact, the Toronto player was banned from the NBA for life for what he did. One needs to realize that Jontay is no outsider in the NBA world. He's none other than the younger brother of NBA star Michael Porter Jr. However, this didn't stop him from being involved in dirty betting. Jontay placed 13 bets on NBA games using a friend's sportsbook. He bet an unbelievable amount of $76,059 and even more shockingly won $21,965 from those bets. The money for betting probably came from his sporting career. Jontay, who first played for the Memphis Grizzlies, made over $2.3 million over the 3 years he played for them. That's a good amount of money for a player who just came into the major leagues. After playing 11 games for them, his contract was waived by the Grizzlies. After this, things started to get better for him. In December 2023, he signed a two-way contract with the Raptors that was valued at $411,000. Though that's a lot of money, without a doubt one needs to realize that his fee was significantly less compared to his teammates. They were earning millions each year, and poor Jontay was making less than $500,000. That's obviously a blow to Jontay's ego. It also didn't help that his brother, Michael Porter Jr., or MPJ, had a $179 million deal with the Denver Nuggets. That's a big difference. All of this only made things worse in his head, which led to him taking the wrong route. Major sports betting company DraftKings revealed on the 27th of January that Jontay Porter's was the biggest winner in last night's game. However, because he was a new entry to the NBA, having played only 4 seasons in total, there was no reason for bettors to bet hugely on him. Things started to seem fishy right at this point. But what happened next only made everything worse. On March 20th, a bettor had placed a prop bet for $80,000 on the fact that Jontay would underperform in the game, with an expected payout of $1.1 million. As expected, Jontay did underperform in that match, playing for only 3 minutes. The reason? A vague sickness of sorts. Now, let's assume that this claim is indeed true. Let's take a closer look at his entire gaming history in the recent past. If we take a look at the games he played for a total of 360 minutes over the course of 26 games. Among these, Jontay left the game early twice in a single season. He claimed that the reasons for this were injuries or sickness. And coincidentally enough, these were the exact matches which had a heavy bet under props to perform. This is a serious manipulation of the game. Many basketball gurus and YouTubers went on to look at Jontay's matches to find out the truth. And unsurprisingly, Jontay did underperform in a number of matches. The instances where he retired as soon as the game began and made claims of him being injured or sick simply didn't add up. Just take a look at this video. You can see Jontay's tapping the ball away after the rebound. Now, watch this. You can see how Jontay is moving towards his coach and pointing to something in his eye. And just shortly after, he exits the game due to an eye injury. Who's even surprised at this point? If one carefully reviews some of his past games, one can clearly sense worry and a lack of commitment by Jontay. As you saw, Jontay carelessly throws the ball into the crowd rather than properly passing it to his teammate. This is an NBA player we're talking about here, and a mistake like this is simply not acceptable. However, some might still debate that his actions weren't intentional. Then, watch this video right here. In this clip, one can clearly see the look of conflict and disappointment on his face right after he hoops a three-pointer. Who would be mad about that? Only one who benefits from him not performing well enough. All of this points towards the fact that there were bets on him, and that Jontay was intentionally underperforming. After all these findings and suspicious betting activity on him, DraftKings came forward and told MarketWatch, DraftKings is proud to have played a role in identifying and bringing to light suspicious activity to the league. And this is a prime example of the regulated market working as intended. We will continue to work closely with the industry and our league partners so that fans and players can focus on experiencing the joy of the games. It was these sportsbooks and betting companies that came forward and informed the league about these unusual activities. Contrary to popular belief, there were actually no big investigations regarding Jontay's case. It was only DraftKings putting out daily reports on the top winning bets for its users. The unders on Porter for 2 games on January 26th and March 20th were the biggest winners at DraftKings on those 2 days. Considering the fact that Jontay was just a normal rookie for the Raptors, the major bets on him were a big red flag. One sportsbook employee even told ESPN the following: the league banned Porter for life due to 3 main reasons. He placed bets on NBA games, including his team to lose. He limited his own participation in the games for betting purposes. He leaked confidential information to known NBA bettors. On July 10, 2024, Jontay Porter pleaded guilty to wire fraud conspiracy charges over his role in a sports gambling scandal. The 24-year-old confessed to manipulating NBA games to benefit himself and tipping off gamblers to games he purposely was going to rig and earning them $1 million in an effort to clear his own gambling debt. Porter now owes an estimated $456,000 in fines and restitution. Jontay then requested to pursue a basketball career in Greece. However, his request was denied by the judge because the terms of release required him to remain in the United States. For the young Jontay Porter, his once promising basketball career went south due to his gambling addiction and poor choices. Scandals like these exist in all sports and leagues. Some come out, but most don't. Sadly for Jontay Porter, things didn't turn out as he expected, and that cost him his career. We'll have to wait and see how things might turn out for him in the years to come. But is this punishment too harsh for a first-time offender? Some internet sports gurus speculate Jontay indulged himself in gambling and betting to earn more cash so that he could be on par with his peers. But does that justify his actions? Comment your thoughts below. Let me know if you've come across any other sports scandals like these, and while you're at it, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want more videos like these. See you in the next video.